The NFL season is here. I'm predicting every division winner all the way up through the Super Bowl. Let's get it started. In the AFC West, this one's obvious. Obviously, it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. They won a Super Bowl last year, which I predicted preseason and pre-playoffs. Let's go. Kansas City Chiefs go 14-3. The Chargers get Jim Harbaugh, and I do think that helps this team, but I think it's more of a long-term help than a short-term help. I think they have a winning season. The Chargers go 9-8. In third, I have the Raiders with 4-13. In fourth place, I have Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos with a rookie quarterback going 3-14. I'm not saying the Broncos will never be good, but I don't think it happens this year. I think that they're going to have a really tough season, but they'll get a better schedule next year. Moving on to my next division. In first place, we have the Houston Texans with a record of 11-6. Second place, the Jacksonville Jaguars at 9-8. Third, the Indianapolis Colts at 7-10. And at fourth, we have the Tennessee Titans at 5-12. That was tough. They did a good job of getting weapons around Will Levis. I'm not sold yet, but there is a world where he shatters this record. But he's going to have to get his awareness up. His pocket awareness is bad. The Colts, I'm still not sold that Anthony Richardson is a good quarterback. In real life, not in fantasy. He's great in fantasy. But that's because I'm really not concerned about the picks, and I just like that he runs the ball. Is that going to win games? We'll see. Jacksonville Jaguars, this one actually hurt. I wanted the Jaguars to make the playoffs, but I just don't see them getting there. You'll see why soon. And at number one, it was the Houston Texans. The Texans added Stephon Diggs, and they were already a great team. I think they take this division, win it by 2 games. They'll probably sit the last week. Moving on. The Ravens take the AFC North on a tiebreaker. I think that both the Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals will be good this year. I still think that the Jamar Chase situation gets figured out. And a healthy Joe Burrow with Jamar Chase should be able to fight for winning this division. Lamar Jackson, the MVP, is going to show out with the healthy Mark Andrews and get the job done. I have both the Ravens and the Bengals going 11-6. Ravens win due to a tiebreaker. The Steelers go 9-8, keeping that streak alive for Mike Tomlin never having a losing season. And I don't believe in the Browns, 7-10. I like the team. I just don't think that Deshaun Watson is going to get it done. He's still not healthy yet? What? I hope he can step up, but I don't have a lot of faith. Moving on. This division is going to be close, but I think the Jets take the last game of the season, beating the Dolphins, winning the tiebreaker, and winning the division. A healthy Aaron Rodgers, I still think, is leagues better than what they had last year. So if Rodgers stays healthy, I think they're good. Miami Dolphins, honestly, I think that they choke it away at the end again. I think they're going to start off good. In the last 4 games, they're going to lose like 3 or 4. Let's see if they make the playoffs, though. The Jets and the Dolphins are going to both end at 11-6. Tiebreaker goes to the Jets, more wins in the division. The Bills are going to be 10-7, still a solid season. Is it enough to make the playoffs? We'll see soon. And the New England Patriots have another terrible year. I have them at 4-13. Ugh. I just don't believe in the quarterbacks. Not for this year, at least. And they're in a really tough division. They're going to have a tough time winning literally any divisional games. I hope that defense is good. And Ramondre Stevenson, you just got paid. You're going to have to earn that money, bro. You're going to have to run for like 80 yards a game. Moving on. We move over to the NFC, and my Bucs squeak out a division win. Both the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons go 9-8. Super mid. Bucs win the tiebreaker. I think the Buccaneers are going to have more cohesion this year, but that schedule is tough. I think the Atlanta Falcons are a talented team. Curious to see how Kirk Cousins plays. I know that Aaron Rodgers coming off of an Achilles injury, but that defense is wild. I don't believe in the New Orleans Saints. They'll get some wins in the division, but will Derek Carr be able to step up and take them to another level? My guess is no. And then the Carolina Panthers, I just think they're not good, just in general. New coach is going to try to fix the quarterback. They brought in some weapons that are all right. Dante Johnson's a good separator. They drafted a running back who isn't going to be ready to start the year. Plus, he's coming off an ACL, which I don't really trust. They finished 2-15. Next, the NFC North. I think the Lions take it with the record of 12-5. Man, that's solid. Another year of Sam Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs getting more experience. I like David Montgomery as a backup running back. Plus, Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of them dudes. The Lions gonna do some work. I got them at 12-5. And at 11-6, I got the Green Bay Packers. I think they should have a good season. Jordan Love's going to show the organization why they paid him all that money. Maybe we get a wide receiver one that emerges. Honestly, them spreading around isn't the worst thing. Not great for fantasy, but for a defense to prepare for, they have different receivers that do different stuff. So I definitely think that could be an advantage. Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears go 10-7. I like the Bears. I think that Caleb plays well. The team came alive last year, and I think that this is going to be a good start for their future. They got a lot of weapons. I know that Keenan Allen may not be here after this year, but while they got him, it's going to be pretty good. And the Minnesota Vikings. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Losing J.J. McCarthy is tough. Starting Sam Darnold, also tough. Justin Jefferson is still going to put up his numbers, but I don't think they're going to have enough touchdowns to make any real noise. I got him at 3-14. Next, the NFC West. The San Francisco 49ers take it down again with a record of 12-5. Now that they have the contract situated with both Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey coming back, I think they take that number one spot. And second, I have the Rams at 11-6. I think that they're going to be better than people think they are. They might make a little bit of noise. A healthy Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua. I love the running backs in the backfield, plus Matthew Stafford. If Matthew Stafford can stay healthy, it's going to be nice. And I like these last two teams. I know the record doesn't show it, but I really like them. Seattle Seahawks at 9-8. I love that they changed the offensive coordinator and the head coach. I think that this offense is going to look a lot different than people are expecting. More motion, more downfield. I think it should be good. And then the Arizona Cardinals, I think are being slept on. Marvin Harrison Jr. is an amazing wide receiver, but don't sleep on Kyler Murray either. Kyler Murray is going to show people this year what he's really about. He's got two really good weapons, Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison Jr. They're going to show out. Not to the tune of wins, but that defense is, offensively, they're going to look good. The NFC East. If you want a cool breakdown on them and check out the stadiums, as well as me talking about each game in this division, check the video out on the top right corner. I do a full breakdown. But to summarize it up, there hasn't been a back-to-back division winner in this division, and I don't even know how long. 10, 15, 20 years? It's been forever. And it won't happen this year. The Philadelphia Eagles take it with the record of 13-4. Dallas Cowboys get their 12 wins like they normally do. They go 12-5. Washington Commanders, I know that I have them as a 5-12, but I think that the rookie's going to look good, and I'm hoping they win more games. But I just couldn't get it to work out. I picked every game in the NFL this year, and I just couldn't give them more than 5. And the New York Giants at 4-13, they're going to be drafting a quarterback next year. It's really not going to be great for them. But if they get a new quarterback, Malik Neighbors will definitely see an improvement. But that's for next year, not for this year. All right, let's see who made the playoffs. Let's start with the AFC. Kansas City Chiefs take that number one spot, as they should. Now that they have an offense with some speedsters, I think they're going to be really good. So for the winners of each division, we have the Chiefs at 1, Texans at 2, Ravens at 3, and Jets at 4. A lot of 11-6 records, though. We then have the Miami Dolphins, the Bengals, and the Bills all making the playoffs. Honorable mention to the Chargers and the Jaguars and the Steelers. I really wanted to get the Jaguars in there, but I see the Jaguars in a very similar situation as the Bills, and I trust Josh Allen more than I trust Trevor Lawrence. And the Chargers are going to have to prove to me that they have a good offense because they've traded away their receivers, brought one in that's a rookie, and they're going to run the ball a bunch with Gus Edwards. So I think that they'll get it done enough to have a winning record, just not enough to make the playoffs. Moving on to the NFC. Leading the pack, I have the Philadelphia Eagles, then the 49ers, Lions, Buccaneers, Cowboys, Rams, and the Green Bay Packers slide in. Honorable mention goes to the Bears. I think they're going to be really good, but I have them just missing the playoffs. I really like the Seahawks and the Cardinals, but they're in a really tough division. It's going to be hard to get wins in that division, so I have them just missing it. All right, so let's see, how does the playoffs play out? Wild card round. The Chiefs got a bye, so let's check out the next one. We got the Miami Dolphins head to the New York Jets. Give me the Jets in this game. I just think that defense is for real, and it's going to be cold. And everybody knows Tua doesn't like the cold. Next, the Bengals head to the Ravens. Give me the Ravens at home in this one. Lamar Jackson needs to have a nice playoff run, and I think that starts with the dub against a divisional rival who will be very good. The Bills head to the Texans, and the Texans take them down. The firepower is too high on this Texans team. Josh Allen's just going to be outmatched. Moving on to the NFC. The Dallas Cowboys head to my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And unfortunately, my Bucs go down to the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, that's going to be painful. Those fans are the worst. Got to give it to them, though. That squad is talented. The Rams head to Detroit to take on the Lions. But the Rams upset the Lions in their house. Wow. Revenge from last year. Speaking of revenge, last year the Packers played the 49ers and it was a close game, but the 49ers pulled it out at the end. That won't happen this year. Green Bay Packers take them down. All the road teams in the NFC win. Let's move on to the divisional round. In the divisional round, we have a rematch of last year. The Ravens versus the Texans, but the Texans are at home this time. And the Texans have reloaded, and they will win this game against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. I think this is going to be a high-flying affair. CJ was a rookie last time. He'll be more ready this time. I love the offense. I think they get it done. The Jets head to Kansas City to play the Chiefs, and Aaron Rodgers does not make it to the conference championship. You know them Chiefs about to take them down. What are we talking about here? The Jets play a good game, but the Chiefs win in the end. Moving over to the NFC, the Rams head to the Dallas Cowboys to play them at home. And Matthew Stafford and the Rams upset the Cowboys. Cowboys do not make it to a conference championship. Unfortunately, they're probably going to have to get rid of Dak because they're not going to pay him all that money. And the Rams head to the NFC Conference Championship. Let's go. Poor Dallas Cowboy fans. You know, y'all talk a lot of noise. But sometimes I get why. Y'all are a really good team. Y'all are a really good team. You just don't go as far as the talent says you should, which is very unfortunate. But moving on to the next game, your divisional rivals. Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers head to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. I think this is a very good match. Nice back and forth. But in the end, Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles take them down. But Jordan Love has a promising game, and Green Bay looks happy about their future. Moving on to the conference championships. The Houston Texans head to Arrowhead to play the Kansas City Chiefs in the conference championship. I'm so proud of CJ Stroud and how well he's done to get here. Kansas City Chiefs head back to the Super Bowl. What are we talking about here? The Kansas City Chiefs take them down. It's a nice back and forth now. Don't get it twisted. The Texans are a great team. There's a reason they're here. But experience wins out. If you come for the king, you best not miss. Chiefs take it home. And in the NFC, the Los Angeles Rams head to the Philadelphia Eagles to play in the NFC Conference Championship game. The Eagles are firing on all cylinders, but the Rams come in and take them down. The Los Angeles Rams are a high-powered offense. I'm not super confident about either one of their defenses. Give me the Rams to go to the Super Bowl. Both of these teams play on a neutral site. They'll be heading to Las Vegas to play in this Super Bowl. Chiefs versus Rams. The experience of Matthew Stafford with Cooper Kupp, two old men still trying to get it done, get back to glory. And the young gun, Patrick Mahomes, who has been there and done that. They go back and forth, but that defense causes a turnover, gives the ball back to Patrick Mahomes, and he closes it out. And the Chiefs win the Super Bowl! Let's go! Three-peat! Never been done in NFL history. And all we are going to hear on ESPN is our comparisons of Patrick Mahomes to Tom Brady. He is unbelievable. This man can do it all. And of course he takes home the Super Bowl MVP. But I have Patrick Mahomes also taking home the regular season MVP. The NFL is on notice. Patrick Mahomes gets another MVP, another Super Bowl, and a three-peat. The conversation of what active player is in the same tier as Patrick Mahomes needs to stop. It's now a fight for second. not first. So if you like this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and the notification bell down below. I will have plenty more predictions, both NFL and fantasy football this year. Welcome to Bay Nation. Hope you enjoy the ride. Peace.